Ron Lewis here. If you've been watching my videos about Global Domains International, this is the next installment that I was talking about, where I'm going to discuss a little bit about hyperinflation and why I think it's very important that you need to be developing another source of income over the next several months, because there's going to be some things that concern me a lot, and I'm trying to get in these videos exactly what I'm talking about. But before I do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I day trade futures for a living, so I follow this stuff very, very carefully. A few years ago, I came up, or I read an article about having positive expectations about trading. And what that means is that when I enter a trade, I want to have the mindset that it's going to work. You know, there's a good chance it's going to work. Now, not all of them do. But my point to you is I'm recommending to you that you have a positive mindset in your life. Positive mindset about expectations about when you make a decision about anything that you do. And one of the things that I'm talking about here is Global Domains International. And the reason that I chose to associate with Global Domains International, I've gone over the reasons before. I have them on the board up here. They're FTC certified. They've been in business for 10 years, free to join. You know all this stuff about them. But what I'm trying to tell you is that when you do your research on Global Domains International, you should have a positive expectation about the ability to get people to come and join with you, like we talked about in previous videos. So enough about that. I didn't want to go very much into it. I just wanted to give you some ideas about positive expectations in your life. Now let's go over what I think is going to be happening pretty quick within the next couple of years. If you know anything about what's been going on with the federal government, they've been flooding the economy with money. It's called QE2, or quantitative easing 2. And what that means is they've been printing money, and then they've been buying their own bonds back. Now that's inflationary, and we talked about inflation in yesterday's video. But what I want to talk to you about today is what could possibly happen if all of a sudden we have the U.S. Treasury bond. It has a bubble, and I'll go over that in just a second. But if that burst, and what that can mean to you. Okay? So let's start here. Interest rates have been going down, and everybody knows this. You hear ads on the TV, and they are at a historic low, or have been within the last month or so. And as interest rates have come down in interest rates, in other words, they're around 4% right now, the value of the bonds, the U.S. Treasury bonds out there, have gone up to where they're at historic highs. Okay? Now, you're going to say, well, Ron, that doesn't make any sense to me. Don't worry about that. Here's the deal. You have all these banks, and you have these mutual funds, and these individual large investors who have been buying bonds down in this area, and they now have huge profits in their portfolio. And so what could happen is you could have something like Egypt, which we've been seeing a lot of on TV. You could have some event out of your control that could cause oil to jump, $3 or $4 or $5 a barrel. Or you could have something other than that. But my point is, something is going to, at some point, scare these guys who have these bonds up here that have huge profits in them. And so all of a sudden, and this could happen literally in one day, or maybe 2 to 3 days, but the point is, you're going to have these guys, these mutual fund managers and individual investors, and all these people out there, they're going to start dumping these bonds, which cause rates to skyrocket back up, and they're going to be taking money off the table. And when they do that, they're going to put that into hard assets like gold, silver, food commodities, anything besides the U.S. dollar, because the U.S. dollar at that point will become worthless, or can become worthless and get down real low, and everybody's going to be scrambling at that point. You need to have a second source of income, and that's where GDI comes in. I know this is not a great topic, and I know I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm trying to let you know, get prepared. Now is the time to do it. It's easy to do with GDI. It doesn't cost very much. You don't have to do a whole lot to get to a point where you're making, $3,905 a month in the next 35 days. How simple could that be? Anyway, I'm going to continue to be producing these videos over the next few weeks to let you know what's going on out there, to get you motivated to become the best person that you can be, not the person you've allowed yourself to become. So that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy, getting involved with Global Domains International. It's a great company. Have a great day.